on the biggest stage of all. The practice racks are over. The music will be switched off. It's game time.
Have a good game.
And although it's a lengthy race, this, a race to 11, winning the lag can be useful. Get a couple of racks on the board, put your opponent under pressure. And it's Fulda who gets the nod.
The first rack, Joshua Fulda to break.
Our referee is Desislava Boshilova. Fulda gets things underway.
Wonderful break to start our first semi-final off. I know he's no shot on the 2. That's always out of the player's hands. All you can do is try and pot the 1. So it's going to be a push out. Whenever you're playing the push out, you must always tell the referee. So that's what Josh has done. If you don't, it's actually ball in hand, foul. So now Raga will come to the table. He'll weigh up his options. He'll play the shot, or he can give it back to Josh. So you've always got to be a little bit careful. You never want to leave yourself too much work to do. Just playing the obvious safety here, chipping the 2 on the side rail, hoping to get the full ball hook behind the 9-ball. If he does get the full ball hook, Josh is in trouble. Yep, it's just sneaked out.
Remember, the last time we had a major matchroom event, it was the World Cup of Pool. The winning team there was the Philippines, James Arenas and Johan Chur. They returned home to a hero's welcome, and I think it would be the same for Raga. I'm not writing him off in any way, shape or form.
This one's got away from Josh. It will pot into the top left corner, but that's going to take good piece of cueing.
Extension code.
Yeah, he's having a look. Yeah, this is going up into the top left corner, and it's a little wide. Not easy though.
Missing that by some considerable margin actually helped Raga. Two is very awkward. Fulda calls his extension. It's a 30-second shot clock with 1 30-second extension per player per rack. Oh, it's Fulda. I was just going to say, hangs the 2 over the pocket. It was delayed reaction, and it fell in after what seemed like an eternity.
Yeah, that might not fall in a few racks' time, just because obviously the balls will be brand new. You can see there, it should stop, but just slid and found its way in. Also, Josh knows that can happen. That's why he didn't play safe on the 2. He knew that the pocket at this stage of the match has got more chance of swallowing the ball.
the cheer that always accompanies Joshua Filler winning a rack here in Fulda. The 2-ball was the critical one. It just about went in, and from there it was pretty plain sailing. So this is the format. World Nineball Tour event rules apply.
Joshua Filler to break, leading by 1 rack to 0.
For the first break, he was dialed in. Could be worrying signs for Raga, this. He never guaranteed a shot on the lowest ball. This is what the sport of 9-ball is about. You've got to become good in all aspects of the game. Most players on tour can run the balls out, but it's this side of it. It's making the correct decision.
Yeah, that was galling though for Filler, because the last ball rolling was the 7 that got in the way.
Not easy to get on the 3, but I think he feels like, where can I play the push out to? He's made the 9-ball! He's made the 9-ball in rack 2!
Jumping out into a 2-0 lead, bringing the house down. In went the 2 via the aerial route, and lo and behold, the 9 quickly followed. Look at this goal.
He took the gamble. He knew it was difficult to play the push. He knew it was difficult to get on the 3. And a little piece of Joshua Filler may have spotted the 9 near the pocket. Well, the crowd loved that one. That man didn't.
Joshua Filler to break, leading by 2 racks to 0.
And you know, that's exactly what I was saying about winning that lag. It doesn't seem particularly important at the time, but here he is, 2-0 ahead and looking to pile on the pressure.
Boys, he dialed in on the break. JJ said at the top of the show, he said, the break's been a little struggle for Filler. Not quite hitting the cue ball and the 1-ball where he wants, but he's 3 from 3 here so far. And often when you start a match and you find the 1-ball in the side pocket, it makes you feel good. You feel like you found the sweet spot. This is a similar shot to the 2-ball in the sense of he can afford to cheat the rail here at a certain pace. It will slide in the pocket. Don't want to hit this ball too hard though. Give the pocket a chance. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Again, it wasn't clean. That's because he was putting loads of left spin on, because he was trying to get the cue ball off the rail and come close to the pink 4-ball. He's done well.
So many people packed into the Hotel Esperanto Conference Centre, but you can hear a pin drop as Filler overruns the cue ball there to a degree.
Yeah, now the cue ball's going to have to
Extension
do some
call.
travelling. I think he's still okay. I think he can go off 3 rails. He can also play for the 8 in the bottom left corner. Just see what the natural path of the cue ball takes here. Yeah, he's gone off the 3 rails. Here's the 3rd rail now. Perfect for the 8 in the side. We've seen this a lot, Phil. When this man gets in front, he's a hard man to stop.
Last night it was a Filler thriller. On the evidence of what we've seen so far, it could be a Filler runaway. He leads Anton Raga 3-0. What a shot this was. It ignited the crowd and it gave Joshua Filler an awful lot of satisfaction. Jumping to pop the 2, thumbs up, yeah, that's his wife Pia Filler. She enjoyed that one. Pia actually played in the tournament.
Rack 4, Joshua
Recorded a couple of
break,
wins earlier in the
leading
week.
by 3 racks to 0.
Mr. One, but he's made a ball. Is the cue ball going to sneak out for a shot on the 1 ball? I think it has done. Yeah, we just seen Pia Filler, the wife of Joshua. She plays the game very well herself, and in this very tournament last year, they played each other. That must have been a weird feeling. One of them matches where Josh couldn't really win, could he? No matter what happened. If he'd have lost, he would have never heard the end of it. And if he won, he's on the sofa. Because he potted the ball a little thick, that's why the cue ball's not come far enough down table. Red 3 ball only pots in the top right corner as well.
No one alive has ever potted everything. That was tough, especially as Carl said. Where the 3 was, of course, had the 2 gone in, Raga on his next visit to the table would have been in big trouble in behind the 7.
Extension code.
That's unless Fulda decided to continue to attack.
That may well have sat on top of the 3 ball. If it has, it doesn't pot. Sometimes on a pool table, you can just look at a shot and think, I don't know what to play. There's no real shot on. This may be one of them instances.
And a game of millimetres, had the 2 been available, another rack might have gone to Fulda.
I think that's why he's hit it so hard. He's tried to punch the ball through the other ball. Yeah, he's fluked the 7. Things are going okay for Fulda at the minute. And it's not as if he needs the pool gods to help him. This will show its face.
Fulda has had some good fortune at the right time in this particular tournament against Mieszko Fortunski. 10-8 could have been very different. We know about the fact that Fedor Gorst missed the winning 9 ball against him last night. There's a mathematical equation in pool. Joshua Fulda plus good luck equals unbeatable.
Yeah, even though the score's 3-0, both players are actually playing a similar sort of game. The safety shots are not quite working out. Speed control is not there at the minute. This is a big testing pot. Didn't even take it on. This is the new era of Nineball pool. The game over the years has been played on complete buckets, where players just used to go for everything, and often matches, you know, you could get beat and think, well, I only missed 1 ball in the whole match. Now, the pockets playing 9-ball, they've still got to be a bit generous, because that's the game. We want to see the flair. But it's good to see players turning down pots now, Phil. Chasing the 9. Now, where's the 2-ball going to finish? He might have a go at the 9-ball himself here.
Extension code.
I think he's come round to pot the 2-ball in the side. The cue ball is rolling towards the 9 area. I think it'll just come on the rail above the 9, then come off the bottom rail. Oh, he's digging down, so this is not as steep as I thought. Oh, they're middles.
Yeah, he's one of the best centre pocket players in the game, Joshua Fulda, but you've got to be so accurate. I think of all the pockets on these pool tables, the most brutally cut are the middles.
Got to be careful here, Anton Raga. This is new territory for the young man from the Philippines, 25 years of age, same as his opponent. Overcooked it.
So the first real chance for Raga to make an impression.
Yeah, he's got a bit of support as well in the crowd, so that will wake them up as well. Under-hit that shot. May have to play a cannon into the purple 5 now. Big moment this coming up for Raga now. Got to get the job done. That's okay. Could have done with another foot there on the cue ball.
Problem solved though. The man from Cebu is off and running. The Filipino flag is flying in that front row. Joshua Fuller's lead reduced to 3-1. It's a really high stakes. David Al-Kadi last night. He will remain #1 regardless.
Rack 5, Anton Raga to break. Trailing by 3 racks to 1.
Dry break for Raga. Could see the one hit the point of the side. That's how close he was. There's a big art to this break shot. It's not easy. It's not like the old break where you just put your cue together and make the wing ball. This break shot now, you need to work on it. A little bit shorter pace. Not ideal. Wanted the cue ball welded, didn't he? Fuller's pace is off a touch as well. And he can jump over the edge of this one.
Extension code.
big favourite to make the jump shot there. Got a tough combination to play now, though.
The thing is with combinations, Carl, it's not just about knocking in the ball, it's about knocking in the ball and leaving the next one handily.
Yeah, the 7 went in the pocket a little thick. That's why he didn't land on the 3. So safety shot. Cue ball looks to be coming up okay, down the pink 4. Couple of ways he could play this. Could go off the bottom rail, or he could go in between the pink and the 5. The main object here is to get the 3 up table and keep the cue ball where the red 3 is. Oh, he's done well. Good shot, Joshua Fuller.
By the way, just elaborating on those rankings, if Joshua Fuller wins the tournament, even if he beats Shane Van Boening in the final, he will replace SVB as world number 2. Another perk. Another carrot. It's a massive day for him.
Three balls close, you know. Oh, Fuller made an early 9-ball in rack 2. This time it's Raga's turn to get a little bit of fortune. Doesn't want the 4-ball going near the top rail on this safety shot. If it goes near the top rail, you're just leaving an easier kick shot. You're making it a bigger target. Josh will go 2 rails here. Try and pop the 4 in that corner pocket.
Extension code.
Yeah, Raga also not happy that the cue ball didn't weld more up to the 5.
It was good effort. You could see how close he got. But now Raga has got a wonderful opportunity to win rack number 5. Yeah, that's all right. You can see that number next to Raga's name, 114. That won't stay that high for very long.
Very busy player around the table, isn't he? Hustling and bustling. There is movement on the shot, but if you notice, it's mostly after the cue's been delivered. It was a worrying start, but Anton Raga now within 1 rack. Joshua Fuller leads 3-2. We spoke with the German giant of pool before the match. Yes, so birthdays in the family.
Anton Raga to break, trailing
And
by
what a
3
gift it
racks
would
to
be,
2.
that European Open trophy. But Anton might have something to say about that.
Not found the break yet, though. That's always going to be worrying, because if your opponent's dialed in on the break and potting the yellow 1 ball and you're not, this is going to happen. Now, Fulda has not been his clinical self yet. So this is a big shot for Josh coming up. Often look at how the 1 ball goes in the pocket. Does it go in clean? Or does it wobble? Yeah, it went off the jaw a little bit. Yeah, that was when Josh spoke to us yesterday, and he mentioned about Raga, Phil, saying he plays a lot of money games in the Philippines, and that's what he's been doing. He's been playing challenge matches, and that's what the players do. It's a fantastic way to practice, because you're playing under a little bit of pressure. Over in the Philippines, they often get big crowds that stand around the table. I heard stories about Raga a few years ago. He was travelling around the Philippines giving players like Ronnie Alcano, Dennis Orcolo, Pagalayan starts and beating them.
And look at the Sharks International Open we had recently. A couple of Filipinos got to the semi-finals, and I think over this side of the world they were pretty much unknown. The Filipino strength in depth is simply extraordinary.
Back in 2007, when Darryl Peach won the World Nineball Championships, that was actually one of my first majors, and it was played in the Araneta Coliseum. And that actually was the last time Matchroom had the World Nineball Championships before they got it back a couple of years ago. Fantastic place out there. We was going to the pool room. It's called One Side in Manila at night. It had about 8 or 10 tables, and there were challenge matches. You could sit there and watch Efren Reyes, Bustamante. Has he got the cue ball back here? That is a big mistake. Big margin for error there.
It seemed a really dead contact.
Yeah, you might have to try and play the 7 off the
Extension
rail
code.
and then off the 8, if that is available. Yeah, so we'd go in the pool all every night. We'd see all these challenge matches, and the guy behind the bar even. Oh, good combo. There's the cue ball. Oh, it's going to the side. Well rescued. Yeah, the cleaner of the club, Phil. He'd go in the day after. They'd be sweeping the floor. They'd grab the rack cue. Even they look like a world beater.
It's one thing to look like a world beater, it's another to be one. Joshua Fulda is the latter. Just a degree of doubt about the 9-ball. Tiny degree. We can't quite give him this one.
No, because he started this match a little edgy.
No problem there, though. No problem at all. Joshua Fulda lost a couple of racks, but he's back on the horse. He leads 4-2. This is the town of Fulda. It began life in 744 AD. It's twinned with various towns and cities around the world, including Wilmington, Delaware. And of course we have an American involved in the semi-finals here. Next up, it's Shane Van Boning trying to add this title to his vast array of success in Nineball pool. It really is a lovely location, the hometown of double world Nineball champion Torsten Homan. We're around an hour by train from Frankfurt. Joshua Fuller is 7 racks away from the final.
Easy shot on the blue 2 as well, off the break shot. Purple 5 ball. Looks like it's covered a little bit. Not so sure if he's just come round to look at the 3-9 combo. I think he's got a bit of an angle, yeah. Well, he is, he's playing it. Needs this to travel though, wants to get straight. Yeah, this is awkward now.
Extension code.
If there's ever a time to take an extension, it's now. Fully invested. 3-9. Bingo. The crowd loving it. 5-2. We're seeing a variety of racks, aren't we, Cole?
Yeah, good shot there. Wasn't easy, wasn't ideal on it. As long as you make a full contact on the 9, you make it. Quick rack there for Billow.
So 5-2 ahead, and already, if you include the 2 combos, that's 3 break and run outs. He was the man of the moment in terms of breaking and running against Coping.
Rack 8, Joshua
Anton
Fuller to
Raga
break.
won 10-0,
Leading by 5 racks
8
to
break
2.
and run outs. Coping had 2 visits to the table in the entire match. Oohs and ahs in the crowd before, because the 9-ball was kicked by the cue ball pretty close to the middle. But it wasn't golden,
Push out
it was
code.
dry.
Back to Anton.
Yeah, Joshua Fuller's having none of that. He will have known Raga's going to get the short cue out and attempt the jump shot. Not easy, there's quite a big angle, so you've got to get the cue ball swinging round off a couple of rails for a shot on the 2. Josh has done the right thing, give it back.
Well, he played the percentages, didn't he? As soon as Raga played the push out, I thought it was a little over-ambitious. And these are the kind of tables that Fuller devours.
After this shot, he needs a nice angle on the pink 4. He's got to get up by the side of the purple 5. not great. You know the crowd are applauding, but it's not going to be easy getting on the purple 5 now. Look at the spin. Look at the spin. Very juicy from Joshua.
Spin to win. What a shot that was. Now that's the definition of manufacturing an angle.
Needs to play this hard. This is the shot we see missed a lot. Unless your name's Joshua Filler. What a beauty again.
We've actually seen iterations of this 6-ball missed down the rail as well over the course of the week. Normally though, when players are tentative, and you can never accuse Filler of that.
He plays that shot often. He doesn't try and get too much out of the cue ball. He backs himself to pull another tough shot out. You see how he's just done it there, Phil? A lot of players would swing that hard and come 3 rails, try and get closer to the 8. Similar on the 6 ball. He just keeps leaving himself long, backs himself to pot the next ball. This will be some run out if he can pot this 8 ball and get on the 9.
Extension code.
Also, that camera angle always looks a lot easier, the shot. But this is thin. Wants this to bounce off the rail. Well, decision time. Taking it into the corner. Offers a more generous pocket. Is he going in the middle or is he going in the corner?
Middle it is. What a run out from Joshua Filler. Boy, he's on top form today. Now leading for the first time by 4 racks at 6-2. From one former world champion to another, Abigail has caught up with her. Former world snooker champion, Stuart Bingham.
Stuart, you've stuck around here in Fulda after making your world 9-ball debut. Just sum up how you found the experience.
Yeah, it's been fantastic all week. Like you say, hanging around, meeting the guys. They're all very welcoming. But yeah, obviously loved every second of it out there.
And what are the main things that it's taught you?
I knew Paul was hard. A lot of people say it's pretty easy, but yeah, there's so many different aspects of the game. But I'm willing to dive into it and give it another go.
Yeah, you must be pretty pleased with certain aspects of your game, because at times on the first day, your cue ball control, your shot selection, really fun, really exciting. You must be pleased.
Yeah, obviously, Loho Sun, first match, everyone's saying tough draw, and obviously it may probably put him under pressure playing me, and obviously being out on the TV table, it was it was quite easy. I'm sort of used to that, but yeah, obviously just using the cushions, using the diamonds, just to try and work out the slide of the cushions, just obviously done me in the end.
And when can we see you back in a World 9-ball tournament?
Hopefully soon. There might be a chance I can play in the US Open, but that's only if things go wrong on the snooker table. But whenever there's obviously a gap in the calendar, I'll definitely give it another go.
Yeah, I'm sure your main aim will be to qualify for the British Open in Cheltenham, but we look forward to seeing you back here soon.
Cheers, thanks Abby.
Yeah, Abby, very knowledgeable there. She knows that Stuart Bingham is out of the top 16, so has to play one qualifying match to make the British Open, which is at the end of September, the same week as the US Open in Atlantic City.
Well, let's hope he gets beat and we see you in America then, Phil. Nice guy, Mr. Bingham.
Yeah, he beat Loho Sun, cued very nicely. Then he overcame Sullivan Clark of New Zealand. He was 3-1 up on Skylar Woodward also, next time out. Scratched in potting a ball. Thereafter, it was all one-way traffic for Woodward. And in his loser's side match, he succumbed to Mats Shetner of Norway at Stuart Bingham. So 1-2, lost 2. Not a bad start.
Distance was priority there for Josh.
Extension code.
Gonna need a little bit of help here if he's playing the pot. Cue ball looks like it's running over towards the green 6 ball, that area. Yeah, not easy. It may all be starting to unravel now. The occasion. The fact is 6-2 down. It's not easy.
Can't imagine he's ever played in front of a crowd of this size. And also a crowd who badly want the other guy to win.
The other thing with Joshua Fuller and all, what is one of his best attributes, is a fantastic loser, Phil. You know, when he loses a match in interviews, he's unbelievable. You know, it's like he gives his opponent the praise or respect. He just says, I was beat by the better player on the day. I'll see you in a couple of weeks at the next one.
Some of the giants of snooker have been completely the opposite of that. Stephen Hendry hated defeat. Simply hated it.
Yeah, I mean, Joshua Fuller doesn't want to lose. You know, he doesn't like losing. It's just, I think he's just in a real good place mentally. Well, it might not be in a minute. He's landed a bit straight on this ball. Travels all over the world with his wife Pia. She's always there watching him, sometimes kind of helping him mentally, coaching as well. She's been known to tell him off a few times. It's a good effort, that's okay. That is more than okay. Look at the tight little gap he had to land in.
Yeah, realised he couldn't cheat the pocket from that distance, so kept it simple. Nothing simple about this 8 though. Has to be treated with utmost respect.
Yeah, and he can't forget about the cue ball. Cue ball's going up off the top rail. He's missed it. He's missed it. Big little moment in this match.
That's the second time you said that this week. Big little moment. It's either big or little. Come on.
You know what I mean, Mr. Yates. Didn't see the miss coming, I must be honest.
Anton Raga delighted it did.
Anton Raga wins the round.
Matches of this distance tend to ebb and flow. Have we just seen momentum shift in favour of the Filipino? here.
Anton Raga
We
to
must
break.
emphasise, though, the
Trailing
8
by
ball
6
wasn't
racks to
easy.
3.
But Phil is such a good potter, anything he misses is a surprise.
Now, can Raga get the break figured out? It's been a struggle. And he's made the one. This is the difference. When you make a ball on the break, you've clearly got more chance of running the rack and landing on that lowest ball. This time he has done. He's got work to do now. Cue ball just stopped a little bit too quick. Almost got to get the cue ball over on
Extension call.
this right hand side of the table and back out for a shot on the pink 4. Trying to get through this little gap to leave himself a shot, which he has done. Smooth operator. Nickname is the Dragon. 25 years of age. Inspired by the World Cup winners Aranis and Chua just a few weeks ago. Travelled here with them. Now he's in the semi-finals with a chance to take another trophy back to the Philippines. Finding these little gaps, isn't he, with the cue ball?
You wouldn't call his technique classical, but he's produced some wonderful pool here. The gap closes. Joshua Filler was 2 balls away from leading 7-2. Now the scoreline is 6-4. Now David Al-Kaidi is backstage talking to Abby Gale, our presenter.
So whilst our first semi-final is underway in the main arena, I've decided to catch up with David Al-Kaidi ahead of his semi-final with Shane Van Boning. David, how are you feeling ahead of today's game?
Good, they're really good. I have a confidence. I start to practice for my game, and we will see.
How much have you reflected on last night's game against FSR?
So much, but we share the room. All night we talk about the last rack, you know. But we know this is billiard, no? Sometimes you need luck. Yesterday I have luck. Today is a new day. I hope give my best for the semifinal.
And how much are you looking forward to taking on Shane Van Boning?
I don't know. Trying to focus in my game, or in my opponent.
Very best.
Thank you. Rack
Trying
11.
to ignore his
Anton Raga
opponents
to break.
when you're playing
Trailing
Shane
by
Van
6
Boning.
racks
That's
to 4.
quite a difficult task. So the first semi-final boiling up.
He's found his range on the break. He's got another look at the blue 2. Cue ball probably come off a couple of rails for position for the red 3 ball. This is what's so good about 9-ball pool, the fact that filler at 6-2, you know, 2 balls left, missed the 8 ball for a 7-2 lead. And ever since, he's been a spectator.
Yeah, we made this point yesterday. These matches can switch around so quickly. And that's why, Carl, you can never really be comfortable until the last 9 ball has disappeared.
You know, when you play winner breaks, the pressure just seems to build up. Because you can run 2 or 3 racks on your opponent. They've not had much table time. So when they finally get back to the table, the back arm has seized up a little bit.
Well, that's what Filler said yesterday in an interview. He said that towards the tail end of the match against Mieszko Fortunski, his cue arm felt heavier than the rest of his body combined.
He's playing the carom. The 6 doesn't go. He's chasing the 9 ball. The carom's there. He started to cheer as well.
6-5. What a match. That little kiss shot. Inviting. And for these guys, without wishing to downplay it, for these guys, almost routine. What a turnaround. He must have been seriously worried when Filler was at the table, looking like he was going to clear up in the 9th rack. Now he's not worried. He's pumped up, breaking off to try and level.
Thank you. Rack 12. Anton Raga to break. Trailing by 6 racks to 5.
Yeah, a little too thin this time.
Doing his own commentary there. When he realised the 1 wasn't in, he said miss.
Yeah, he knows. He hit the 1 ball too thin. The cue ball tells you, because it comes quite low down the rail. Filler can only play safety. Would love to get this wide up onto that 3 ball. Well, the crowd are enjoying this match.
If you're just joining us, Filler raced out into a 6-2 lead. Now it's very different as Raga
Foul
plays
shot.
a deliberate foul shot.
Bow in hand. Start the clock, please.
Something he's perfectly entitled to do.
Yeah, deliberate fouls are allowed, but you are giving your opponent the cue ball in hand.
So you ask, why has he played the deliberate foul? Well, he's tied up the 3 and the 7 just in case Filler gets in.
Yeah, if you don't feel like you can get out of the hook and get a safety back, tying up another ball offers a bit of insurance. But at some point, he's got to try and hit. Oh, he's playing a bit of a trick shot off the left rail with loads of spin. No, so now he's on 2 fouls. Desi's going to warn him.
Foul shot. Bow in hand. This is your second foul.
There's the warning.
Start the clock, please.
Because if he makes another foul, 3 consecutive fouls is loss of rack.
And it happened to Jason Shaw this week against Albin Auschen. He was placed in some evil snookers.
Extension code.
Mario Heat also did the same to Tyler Steyer.
No.
How close he's getting the cue ball to the 1. Playing off this very thin. Doesn't want to move the 6 ball though. Trying to get this on the 4. Oh, Mr. Filler, you are a naughty, naughty boy. Just look at that for a shot, Phil.
Take 100 lines. I must not keep putting my opponent in impossible positions.
If the 1 ball is off the rail, he's only got to hit
Extension
the 1.
code.
If the 1 ball is touching the rail, cue ball must hit the rail.
If you make a foul again in this shot, you would lose the rack.
She's just reminding Anton he knows the rules. This is a dicey one. Oh, good shot, Raga! Stays alive in the rack.
Tell you what, that was a better escape than it might have appeared.
Yeah, cast your mind back to when Dang Junhui won the Spanish Open. He started getting the crowd involved. He got them on his side. Well, in the end, it looked like a bit of a good old whack.
Horrible rack though, because now the 2 is in close proximity to the 9. The 3 was put there intentionally next to the 7 by Raga, and it's his problem.
Disappointing shot, that one. Josh can see the left edge. Can see why the players play the deliberate foul now though in this instance, because that red 3 ball, when he tied it up, that is still the problem in this rack. Now's the line. The line is perfect. Going towards the corner. How do you get on this 3 ball though? I don't know if Josh can get to the centre of the table, he could play the hook in behind the 7. He's in a nasty spot here. Not easy to get the cue ball where you want.
And of course, after this shot, the table opens up. Nicely done. Well conceived, well executed.
Couldn't agree more. What a shot. Just seems to be kicking up balls. Tap of the table from Josh. He knows Raga was trying to get the cue ball towards the brown 7 for the hook.
Not afraid to show his emotions, is he, Raga? Throwing his arms in the air and getting involved.
Lots of spin needed. He'll be happy with that one, Will Phillip. Did he just come round and have a look at the potting angle? Surely not. No, he's played safe. Look at the safety shots we're seeing here, Phil. Just look at these safety shots. Two rails, kick and
Foul
stick,
shot.
and he's missed the 3 altogether.
Go in hand. Start the clock, please.
It really is extraordinary how momentum switches. It's 6-2 with Fuller at the table, potting balls. Who could have foreseen this? 6-6, very much. I'm not going to say a possibility, a probability. Three of the 4 quarterfinals went to the wire. Who's to say the first semi-final won't do the same? It's all tied up, 6 racks each. What a match. What a tactical duel on the 3-ball. The first player to blink was Joshua Fuller, missing the 3 out of that hook completely. That meant ball in hand. And of course, at this level, most likely it means loss of rack. Anton Raga knocking in that unmissable 9 to draw level at 6 racks each.
Thank you. Rack 13, Anton Raga to break. 6 racks each.
It's looking like a dry break. I wonder if the cue ball can get in between the 6 and the brown 7 to kick off the back rail.
Extension code.
Certainly looks like there's a gap there. Needs to hit this ball quite full, otherwise the cue ball will start leaking out to the left.
Foul shot.
That was the problem.
Ball
You
in
don't
hand.
hit it full, the cue ball won't stay there.
Start the clock,
A
please.
few groans when the cue ball went in, but there was also a few restrained cheers. Wasn't it a full-blown cheer? They are very respectful here, but it's clear they want Fuller to win.
Yeah, very knowledgeable as well.
I think one of the amazing things, and it happens as well at the snooker world ranking events we have in Germany, in Nuremberg, and also in Berlin. Very rarely do you hear a phone going off. Happens quite often at other venues, not here.
Well, if we do, usually it's Michael McMullen's phone, Phil.
It happened in Spain, poor fellow. He was wrestling with the phone, trying to turn it off for what seemed like a couple of minutes. And of course, he was getting no sympathy whatsoever from Carl, or indeed myself, actually, in fairness.
Extension code.
Gotta load this up with loads of spin. Oh, there's an angle there, he's okay. Oh, didn't want to contact the 8. Another safety shot. Maybe you let your opponent back to the table though. You're never quite sure what's going to happen. You know, he's letting him kick at this ball. He could fluke it. Could fluke a safety. Got the jump cue. Oh, he's got to get his skates on. He's running around the table. It's because there's no extensions left in this rack. He's got 5 seconds. Where's it going to finish? Yeah, you see, it's gone safe. Chance to play a good safety. Love to get the cue ball welded on the green 6.
His time management there wasn't exactly the best. No immediate damage, but of course, Fuller retains the tactical initiative.
Wondered where he were going then. He were going fetching his cue. He'd left it at the other side of the arena. cues all over the place. Well, this is close. Look how high he's queuing up. He's got to get the ball
Power
off.
shot.
Yeah. No extension left, did he? So it was all a bit rushed.
Yeah, it didn't clear the
Start the clock,
six ball.
please.
The immediately intervening ball. Just got the top of that. And now from here, it would be astonishing if Fulda didn't regain the lead.
Six-2 up, Fulda was. He's lost the last 4. He knows how important this is now. We're coming to the business end of this first semi-final. Second semi-final will follow SVB against David Al-Qaidi. 2 men in their 40s.
This is the battle of 2 20-somethings. Anton Raga hasn't been in front at all, and that remains the case because Joshua Fulda, the darling of the crowd, is back in front at 7-6. Now let's see what's occurred so far in 2023 on the World Nineball Tour. These are the major events. Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz out of this event, but he has completed a notable double, winning the Premier League and, of course, the World Nineball Championship in Kielce, Poland. Kopinyi was impressive at the World Masters. So too Eklund Kachi at the UK Open, beating Joshua Fulda in the final. The Jason Shaw Junior Open, which took place also at the Copper Box Arena that week, was taken by Max Benko. Spanish Open, Dang Junhu came from China to lift the trophy. The FSR Junior Open was won by Fu Huan from Hong Kong. The Philippines, that was a wonderful performance to win the World Cup. And here last night, Mika van Berkel from Holland was crowned the Fulda's Junior Open champion.
Yeah, also Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz is the defending US Open champion. But he's got the 2 biggest titles on tour. If you're not breaking at full power, you've got less chance of making a random ball on the break. So as we've seen in this match, when the players have missed the 1 ball in the side, it's been a dry break. Now, he's not the tallest of fellas, so this is going to be a bit of a stretch. Queuing over the ball as well. Good shot. Held the cue ball well. In 3 shots time, the purple 5 to the green 6 is going to be the shot that will probably determine the rack. I wonder if he would play a risky cannon. I don't think he would do. If you don't get that right, it could cost you the rack. Yeah, just leave an angle. Now we'll roll the cue ball off the left, then the bottom rail, and just try and come in this little window. is a nice shot he's played there. Played it that way because if he didn't get a nice potting angle, he would play the hook. Is he playing the hook? He is, you know. I thought he could have potted that ball.
Well, it's undeniably hard match play from the Filipino, but I wonder what the shot selection would have been had Phil been at the table.
Very easy for Josh to
Extension code.
miss this ball, slide around the back of it. Also a chance he pots it. Said it before, when you don't attack the table, or you play a poor positional shot and you don't clear up and you play safe, you are letting your opponent back to the table.
Yes, as long as you're potting, you're in control of your own destiny. If you decide to go defensive, then other external factors come in.
Where's the cue ball gonna finish? I think he's okay, Phil. Oh, he is. He's played a good shot there.
I think that's his best pot of the match. The Dragon keeps coming back for more. You have to wonder, will Joshua Fuller be going down in flames? 7-7. Now, the runaway world #1 and the world 9-ball champion is still in the house. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, and he's chatting with Abby.
Well, we're here now with the world #1. Your best mate is practicing behind you. Have you forgiven him for last night yet?
Yeah, I mean, last night was disappointing for me, but to be honest, I feel so happy for him because he's going to play semi-final, so I'm rooting for him.
How much are you looking forward to seeing him in action against Shane Van Bonen?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough match because Shane is one of the best players in the world, but I think he's played really good, and I think he has a lot of chance to win.
And for you personally, a good run still to the quarterfinals, and you have become the first player through to the Mosconi Cup. So how pleased are you with the week as a whole?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like a freedom, you know. I think I qualify for the best tournament in the year. I'm really happy about that, and to be honest, I can't wait.
Absolutely, we can't wait to see you in action either. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Abigail, right to point out the positives for FSR this week. I think one of the negatives, under pressure last night, he was moving mightily on shots.
A good break. He's got a lot of work to do though. I think the smile indicates he knows.
Every time this week he's been put under pressure, Joshua Fuller finds something. Even as early as his second match against Tony Drago of Malta. It was tight, but then he produced when it mattered. His last two matches have been nail-biters against Mieszko Fortunski and Fedor Gorsht. He came good. Here, though, there's no doubt. In winning 5 of the last 6 racks, Raga is the man with momentum.
Yeah, Fuller's going to be welded on top of the 7 ball, so he's going to be kicking in a second. He'd love to hit the bottom side of the red 3 here. Actually, either side of it, and he's got a chance of getting it safe.
Pass.
Oh, and he's opened the 4 ball up.
Bow in hand.
The table is open, ball in hand.
Start the clock, please.
That was the worst case scenario. Will Anton Raga be able to go in front for the first time?
He wasn't happy he left the cue ball straight on the 5. Doesn't want to be straight on the 7. Everything for an angle. Look at the cue ball, just kept going. Couple of options here. He could just draw the cue ball back
Extension call.
and just leave a pot on the 8. He doesn't really want to try go crazy with the cue ball. In practice, you can rip this right back off the top rail. Using the loop bridge, that usually means the player's going to do that. That was the shot we're talking about. He's really enjoying himself out there now.
He was 3-0, he was 6-2 down. But now, Anton Raga from the Philippines finds himself in front. Joshua Fuller has got a handful here, mark my words. Anton Raga leading 8-7. All getting very exciting here in
Rack
Fulda.
16,
First
Anton
semi-final
Raga to
of the European Open.
leading by 8
And
racks to
Anton
7.
Raga, the revelation of the tournament, is at the front against Joshua Fuller at 8-7. Also exciting, join us in the commentary box. It's the former world snooker champion and the former Masters champion, Stuart Bingham.
Hello everyone, thanks for having me again.
Trying to steal our jobs, Phil.
He's got a big job. Trying to get back into the top 16 this season on the snooker tour. Plenty of events there, but I think you've enjoyed your pool experience, Stuart.
Yeah, without a doubt. Feel like I've got the bug for it. I'm looking in the calendar when I can play again, so yeah, sort of intrigued by it. Don't like losing, so I've got to come back and try and win it.
Just waiting for the moment where you draw Gary Wilson in the first round. That's the match I want to see.
Yeah, should be interesting if we ever get to play each other. But yeah, Gary's done well this week. You can see he's getting more comfortable as the tournaments go on.
Good shot there from Raga. Really set this rack up now.
This is something we don't often see in snooker, where a player comes from nowhere and goes deep. You get the occasional instance. Fan Zhengyi winning the European Masters springs to mind, but he was an established member of the tour even then. This is a guy who we haven't seen an awful lot of, and suddenly he's like a shooting star.
Yeah, that's purely down to the fact that the pool world's been a complete shambles for years, but now Matchroom got hold of the sport. We now have the World Nineball Tour. More events for players to play.
And you can see Stuart, he's got so much table know-how and knowledge. He must have played thousands and thousands of racks.
Yeah, it's the same in snooker. There's so many people with ability to do well, and this guy, he's showing his full potential out there. Obviously ain't easy playing in front of the German crowd. They all obviously want Joshua to win.
Extension code.
But I suppose with Philippines winning the World Cup, he's got his motivation to do well himself.
Spot on, he was inspired, he's said so. What a transformation, and Anton Raga is loving life. 6-2 down, on the verge of being 7-2 adrift, and now he's turned things around wholesale. He leads by 9 racks to 7. Well, we're on the balcony overlooking this wonderful scene. 3 wise men, well, 2 wise men in Carl.
It's a tight squeeze in here, not that much.
Yeah. Who are you blaming most? Come on, put your cards on the table.
I'm going to blame you because Stu sat next to me.
It really is a fantastic opportunity, though, to be here, because when you're on the balcony looking over the 26 tables, you can see so much action going on. And that's the great thing about pool. There's so much excitement all of the time, from morning, noon till night. You must have felt that, Carl, and Stuart yourself
Thank
as
you.
well.
Rack 17.
Coming from
Anton
a
Raga
snooker
break.
background, it's very
Leading by 9
different, isn't
racks
it?
to 7.
The vibe out there, it's constant.
Yeah, it's always buzzing. The first morning it all started. Yeah, it's just the cracking of the balls at 10 o'clock it was like I wish I recorded it, because it was like music to the ears.
How did you find that, Stuart? You know, when people are just walking through all the channels, obviously. I know it's not like that in snooker, but in pool, you know, sometimes you've got to get back up because people are just standing up and walking where they want.
Yeah, I sort of, I got a little bit, concentration went a little bit here and there. But obviously, yeah, I kept stopping, and obviously being a snooker player, you sort of try and respect the players playing. But yeah, people just get on with their normal thing and just walk around, and yeah, but it's, you sort of get your mind concentrating on the game, and before you know it, you're sort of at the table playing balls.
I said this yesterday, Stuart. I'm sure you'll confirm. Often movement
Push out,
around the
hold.
table is more off-putting than noise.
Yeah, yeah, I've had it back in the day with like cameramen, photographers, sorry, not cameramen, sort of peeping behind cameramen, just as you about hit a ball. So little things like that, you can, it stands out a mile. Sometimes sort of phone goes off. It's sort of getting a regular occurrence, but yeah, when you get a movement, especially on like the front row, when you're playing, it can put you off. But if you're in the zone, you don't see nothing.
Bow shot.
Oh, now then, he's saying the table
Oh,
veered off there. He caught the 4 before the 2. Not recommended.
Yeah, he's definitely
Start the clock,
signalling
please.
it rolled off. Hard for us to tell. Well, he's hit that quite hard, hasn't he, Stuart? I mean, it'd have to be rolling pretty bad.
Yeah, he looked like he just had a little bit of left-hand side, left-hand English. Trying to get the knowledge of the game. And he obviously probably just pushed it into the pink 4 ball.
Now, Phil has gone missing in this match. 6-2 lead. He's been frozen out quite a lot. He missed that 8 ball to go 7-2 up. Cue ball just needs to slow down a bit. Wow. You just can't believe it, can you? Look where the cue ball has finished.
And anywhere but their shot. Horrible cueing, but the 5 is coached in regardless.
Yeah, but the cue ball's drifted away. I know you'd
Extension
still
call.
fancy putting this ball, don't get me wrong, but you could be a lot closer to your work. Got to get the cue ball coming back as well, so he's going to have to draw this back with a little bit of spin. Pass that test. I have a feeling it's about to get loud in this arena.
Listen to the roar. Fuller back within 1. You know, Stuart, you've discovered this week something you already knew anyway, that pool and snooker have a lot of differences, but there's one similarity I always feel. The top players, the giants of both games, have the ability to produce the big shots at the right time.
Yeah, I first started watching Joshua, I think, at the UK Open, and you can see what a great player he is, and yeah, great clearance there from being frozen out for a long time. And it's hard when you're in your chair and you're sitting down for so long. You can easily get out of your rhythm.
Rack 18. Joshua Philler to break. Trailing by 9 racks to 8.
But when you get a chance, you need to pull it out, and yeah, it was a great clearance there by Joshua.
He's got a look at the 1 ball. There's a look at the 1 ball.
targeting his 5th break and run out of the match, but he's first since rack 8.
That was a better shot than it looked.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch all week, see how people run out, see different ways they could go, and they sort of try and make it easy for themselves. But yeah, just literally a little flick of right hand English just to bring it into the middle of the table.
Yeah, because the balls are so big, I think a lot of people overspin the cue ball. A lot of the time you don't need as much spin as you think.
Yeah, I found out this week. Sometimes playing for the 9 off the 8 and leave myself sort of parallel to the top cushion where I've just got too much side into it. But yeah, obviously with the spots on the white ball shows you what side you're putting on, and obviously we don't have that in snooker, so sometimes you feel like you've got loads of spin, but you actually ain't.
Do you think having a spotted cue ball in snooker would work? Do you think it would look better, or do you think it would put the snooker players off?
We've had this discussion. The snooker players don't want it. They feel like it's a bit of the pool, but it's more for the public than for the players.
Here, the public want Joshua Fuller to win. Whether he will or not, that remains to be seen. What we know for certain, he's back on level terms at 9-9. Stunning. Also stunning, our first semi-final. Couldn't be closer.
The 9-ball was going. It was well on its way. It got kicked towards the corner pocket.
Should have said the 14th Armoured, not armed, 14th Armoured Cavalry Regiment and the 11th as well. So maybe when the Americans were here, pool was buzzing as well.
Feel like I'm back at school. History lesson with Mr. Yates. Played it into the corner because playing it into the side, didn't feel he could get on the 2. Delighted to lay the hook though. Josh will go close to this. It's not one of the more difficult jump shots. Yeah, it wasn't close at all though. Actually quite far away.
When you keep being involved in tight, tense, close matches, law of averages dictate that sooner or later you're going to trip up.
Extension code.
That's been the case with Fulda so far. He's negotiated a couple of really tense ones. Will this be the hat-trick? Or will Anton Raga continue his remarkable run through the tournament? He's certainly been busy. This is his 10th match here. Lost his second, went on to the one-loss side. Did not bat an eyelid.
This shot's all about speed. He has had a good look at this a couple of times, so he might not have a full pocket. And you could see it working off the bottom jaw. He's a very fidgety player, isn't he? He's got these little quirky mannerisms. Yeah, he's just going to leave the cue ball anywhere on the left side. Doesn't need to get mega close to the green 6. Just leave yourself a pot.
I was looking there, Harry would get on the 6, and I'm thinking like 1, 2, 3, back on the, trying to get on the onto the 6 ball, but yeah, sort of sometimes you forget that you can get the white in the middle of the table and every shot's possible.
Yeah, it's just plain percentages. That was a bit moving. Where's the cue ball finished? It's actually okay.
She can hardly watch.
Big shot this. I thought we were going in the top pocket there, to be honest.
Wow, what a shot.
She was saying, what happened? Well, what happened was excellence.
Well, I hope she understands it's a race to 11. I hope she don't think this is hill. It's a race to 10 in the previous round. From 6-2 down, playing Joshua Phillip in his home country, Anton Raga has got this 9 to get on the hill.
He's getting some support, there's no doubt.
Anton Raga to break.
Getting the
On the
lingo,
hill.
aren't you? Getting the lingo.
He's had no problem converting. Doesn't suffer from clincher's disease. When he's been in front, he's been able to capitalise, and in goes the 1. And the 2 are readily available. So is the 3. Hold on a minute. Phil is in deep trouble.
Yeah, I think the cue ball was going near the side pocket. Look at the cue ball. It was definitely on its way. All you can do is play what the table gives you after the break. That is what Nineball is about. But this is a really good split, this. 3 ball goes in the corner pocket past the green. It goes in the left centre pocket as well.
Stuart, you've been involved in that last frame at the Crucible to win the world title. Same at the Masters. The heart must pump.
Yeah, you're obviously trying to make it as easy as possible. All your emotions are everywhere. The adrenaline's pumping through your veins, and somehow you've got to try and cue in a straight line or just pop the balls in front of you and keeping your concentration.
And when you're successful, it's cue sports immortality. As for Anton Raga, this is seismic if he can win this match.
He's not showing us any reason why he's not going to clear the table here. Doesn't look like he's going to fold to me.
Yeah, he's playing confident shots there. Obviously, in between the 7 and 9 ball, I'd maybe be looking to leave it long into the end pockets, just so you're sort of not risking getting hooked by any balls. So
Extension call.
you can see he feels good out there, and no reason why he can't clear up here and win the match.
Phil got away with it in the quarterfinals. He was sat in that very chair. He was watching Fedor Gorst clear the table. At 9-8 up, Fedor was. Fedor played a poor positional shot from the 8 to the 9. He missed the 9, but you just can't see that happening here. These 3 balls are just perfect.
The man who plays for big money is about to be on the money. Joshua Fuller was playing it home, but it's Anton Raga who brings it home. What a performance! His cheering section on the front row, just as delighted as the man himself. The final score, 11-9 for the 25-year-old from Cebu in the Philippines. And bear in mind, he was 6-2 down. This World Nineball Tour just produces one unbelievable story after the next.